everybody, and welcome back to Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. In today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of an experiment in which we try to answer a question that literally nobody cares about, and that is, what happens when you upgrade the lowest PI car in the game with every single possible upgrade? The first thing that we're going to need to do is actually figure out what is the lowest PI car, and that is actually going to be the 1974 Toyota Corolla SR5. And this thing has a base PI of 181, so we're going to have plenty of room to work with, but the first thing that we're going to need to do is actually go ahead and purchase this car, and so we're going to pick this nice little blue color because obviously blue is the fastest color in the game, and then from there we're just going to go ahead and take it out for a couple laps and just see how fast she is. For the purpose of this experiment, we're going to be racing at Lime Rock Park on the full circuit layout, and this time I've actually written down the name of the track and the layout just so I don't forget, because if you watched my last video, I definitely forgot and that gave me some really weird results, so this time I remembered. And just to be fully transparent, I am 100% aware that I am about to ruin this car. Now, with all that being said, we'll go ahead and hop onto the track and just see how the car feels. It's feeling a little sluggish to begin with, but that's to be expected as this is the lowest PI car in the game, so I'm not surprised with that whatsoever. But we'll just take this out for a couple of laps. I think we'll try to do about 3 laps, and then we'll take the average of those and just see what this comes out to. And guess what? It's montage time. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, let me just crunch a few numbers, carry the 2, divide by 6. That'll give us an average lap time of a 1:15.987. Not too bad. But now it's time to go on our quest to get this thing up to level 50. Oh boy.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, so we're at the halfway point. We're at level 25, and I've also got this thing up to 300 PI, so I want to take this out for just a few more laps just to not disgrace this car entirely. So, using my imaginary math degree, that tells us that we saved about 12 seconds when we brought this up to 300 PI. With that out of the way, we're going to keep chugging along and get this thing up to level 50. I hate myself.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so with this thing up to level 50, we're going to throw on every possible upgrade that we can, and just as a reminder, we're about to ruin this car, so if you care about it, look away now. Don't say I didn't warn ya.
Some of these, and some of these. Almost there, and done. Now let's see how it looks so far.
Hey, don't get mad at me in the comments. I warned ya. So, despite my best efforts, the best I could do was get this thing up to an R class with every single upgrade that was available, so I'm a little concerned about how it's gonna handle because it's got a lot of acceleration and not a lot of handling, so we're just gonna take it out for a little bit of a test drive and just see how it does, and oh my god. Yep, this thing is definitely packing in a lot of acceleration, but okay. It's a little bit hard to turn in, so we're gonna have to lift off the throttle a lot, but let's just put in a couple laps. Huh. Well, there's 10 seconds right there, so let's throw on traction control and see if that makes a difference. I don't really know if it will, but let's try it anyways. well, it's a small improvement in terms of time, but it's definitely a huge step up in terms of handling, so I'm happy with that, but I also want to tune this car just to see if that can make any further improvements, so I'm just going to boot up Forza Tune Pro and punch in the numbers and see what I get, because I honestly suck at tuning, so let's queue up one more montage.
Switch.
Thank you, Forza Tune Pro, not sponsored. That doesn't sound menacing at all. So with the tune on here, we're just going to take it out for a little bit of a test drive and then do a couple hot laps. And even though this thing is really fun to drive, it's also a pain to drive. So at the end of this, we're just going to put it back where it belongs, because that seems like the responsible thing to do. And I'm obviously known as a responsible person. So we're going to do a couple out laps just to get acclimated. Then we'll do 3 flying laps to see how fast we can go. And then we'll put it back. So with all those numbers crunched, we've saved about 23 seconds with all those upgrades. So yeah, that's it. What more did you expect? And there's the answer to the question that I'm sure nobody was wondering. What happens when you put every single upgrade on the lowest PI car? Well, you get an R class. And hey, it was good enough for 62% of the world to the best of my ability, so that's gonna do it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like and a comment down below, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you join my Discord. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ho ho, you didn't think I'd forget, did you? Go back to where you belong.